Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to lesson 7.15, 715. And today's question is, how is dividing by two-digit divisors similar to dividing by single-digit divisors? So if you haven't figured it out, today we're going to be working with dividing by multi-digit numbers. But first, let's review yesterday's lesson. Remember yesterday's lesson? We were working with converting fractions to decimals. So I've got three fractions for you. First one is 7/8 that I would like converted to a decimal, and then I would like 2/5, and then finally 5/9. So why don't you pause the video and copy the problems, and then convert these to decimals for me. Sorry, this one I didn't give myself enough room. So again, that was 2/5. All right, good luck. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you took some time to solve these problems on your own. And when I say hopefully, I mean you have to. This is part of your job. If not, we're going to have to figure out how we can make sure that you are paying attention and doing your job. And I'm specifically speaking to a couple of people who I have to watch regularly. And it might be a point where I have to move your seats so I can see what you're doing at all times. Okay, so but let's start 7/8 as a decimal. The first thing we do, we're going to divide 7. The numerator gets divided by the denominator. Okay, first thing we ask is how many 8s can I take out of 7? That's a 0. So I'm going to put my decimal point there right away, and I'm going to fill in with the 0. Now, how many 8s can I take out of 70? That's going to be 8. I'm going to multiply those together. That's going to be 64. Now we're going to subtract. We're going to borrow 10. That becomes 6. 6. And then I'm going to add a 0. Bring that down. How many 8s in 60? That's going to be 7. Multiply that together. 56. Put answer on bottom. Subtract. That's going to be 4. Add a 0. Bring it down for 40. How many 8s in 40? That should be 5. Multiply. 4. Put answer on bottom. And now we've zeroed out, so we are done. So 7/8 as a decimal is 0.875. Let's look at 2/5 as a convert that. We're going to take our numerator, remember that goes in the house, and divide that by the denominator. Okay, how many 5s in 2? 0. So we're going to add a decimal point, and we're going to add a 0. Now, how many 5s in 20? 5, 10, 15, 20, that's 4. Multiply that, put answer on bottom. Subtract 0, 0. So we have terminated the decimal here. So 0.4 is our response. And finally, 5/9. Remember, 5 is in the house, 9 is outside. The numerator is what's being divided into. First off, how many 9s in 5? That's a 0, and we're going to put our decimal point there. Going to add a 0. Now, how many 9s in 50? That would be 5. Put answer on top. Multiply. Okay. Subtract. 5. Add a 0. Bring it down. How many 9s in 50? Well, that's 5. 45. Subtract. That's going to be 10. That comes 4. That's going to be 5. 0. One more time. Let's just see. That's a 0 there. Oops. Nope, I was right the first time. 0. How many 9s in 50? That's 5. Put answer on top. Multiply. Subtract. 5. And that becomes 4. Alright, so what we have, boys and girls, we have pattern 1, 2, 3, and then that's 5 again. So we know that this pattern repeats. So the answer is 5/9 is 0.5 with the line over it. And that's it. All right, hopefully you got all those correct. If not, figure out what you did wrong, where you went wrong. Remember, you can always look back at your notes from the previous day to help you understand that. All right, so let's move onward and upward to our lesson for today.